I know I said that was the last question, but I got one more just from the standpoint, because I know everybody's going to want to be curious around like how much alcohol is quote okay to have per week. Again, no amount is going to be necessarily beneficial for your health. But from the standpoint of somebody who's like, I know I'm drinking more than I want to right now. My goal is not to completely eliminate alcohol. My goal is to reduce it to a standpoint where it's not negatively impacting my health to a great degree, but I still want to enjoy a drink every now and then. Is there a certain number of like drinks per week, or a certain number of like frequency, or like in frequency or intensity, for lack of better terms, of what is kind of like okay or not too detrimental, if you will? And I know it's person by person, but
Well, and I'll tell you what the current kind of guidance is. And right now, the US guidance is the same as it has been for many years, which still stands around 2 drinks or less per day for men, 1 drink or less per day for women. But over the last couple of years, and in the US, we only modify dietary guidance every 5 years. So in 2025, there'll be another renovation, if you will, to the American USDA dietary guidelines. So we'll see what comes of that. But over the last several years, with a lot of new research between 2021, 2022, a couple of big studies in 2023, Canada actually released guidance in mid-year of 2022 that actually limited the recommendations for alcohol to no more than two. Anything over 2 drinks per week increases health risk. Anything over 7 drinks per week starts to increase health risk even further. So we're looking at bringing that number from 2 a day to down to 2 a week, right? And so I know that that seems quite extreme, but over the last several years, again, with research really showing the detrimental effects of even just a single drink affecting the brain, affecting cardiovascular risk, even though it sounds counterintuitive to what was previously said in the early 2000s with cardiovascular risk, a lot of that has been turned around in the research since. And so it's a tough thing because we're now having to backpedal, right? We had given this advice that maybe, we'll see how things kind of continue to go. But what I can share as an expert in this space is really the less alcohol is going to be best for you. And you might find, I know that that sounds hard. Trust me, I was a daily drinker in the end by the time I quit. Now I can't imagine going back to it at all. And it's just so much of it is habits, so much of it is our environment. And when we take it out, we can really start to experience ourselves, our full spectrum of emotions, which can be really hard, but really worthwhile at the same time, and really start to reap the health benefits. And again, as I can say, now is the best time to do it because we live in a world that's really accepting and really supportive of alcohol reduction and elimination in a way that has never existed before. And that's really cool.
yeah, that's so true. That's so true.